Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
And mounted police to clear what has been an entirely peaceful protest. Not 98%, not 99%, but 100% peaceful protest here today.
Gosh.
That's a photographer.
That's
going on now.
Member of the press.
Now there's just a...
Fired with rubber bullets. My cameraman has been hit. We've also seen tear gas being used. Here we go, they're moving through again. This is exactly what it looks like. Exactly what it looks like. We're just staying safely.
Oh.
Whoa.
They're gaslighting this entire country is what they are doing. And they're doing it through a plethora of ways. There are bots all over Twitter. I got to tell you that 70% of Donald Trump's followers are not real. You have to know that. He claims he's got 90 million followers, okay? The polling, the support that he has does not even come close to that number, okay? This man is gaslighting an entire nation. He is defaming journalists. He's instructing like little green men to enforce the law. He's threatening to use the Insurrection Act. We have curfews in cities that haven't had a curfew since 1943 because of Donald Trump, because of his disingenuous con man ways. And you've got serious things happening to people, serious things, murder happening to people, gassing, real gassing, not gaslight, but pepper spraying of people, pepper balls, smoke canisters, helicopters, literally using these methods that we learned in the Middle East, and in Afghanistan to break up crowds, where you buzz the crowd and you let the helicopter, the propellers create such a wind that it disperses the crowd. These are third world methods that are being deployed in our own country against lawful citizens exercising their First Amendment right, and you've got a president on the TV talking about Second Amendment rights as a dog. Listen, I'll tell you something. This whole thing of the Bible and all that, it was so bizarre. It had to be the period on the sentence of is he an autocrat? Is he a dictator? Is he a wannabe dictator? Are we at a crossroads? That had to answer the question for you. In fact, yesterday, he lost Pat Robertson. He literally lost televangelist Pat Robertson, who saw this and said, I can't believe, how old is he? 100? I don't know. He looks bad. He looks really bad. But he told Trump this was not cool. I couldn't believe Pat Robertson uttered those words, but...
there's a purpose of everything under heaven we read in the Bible, and there's a time, and it seems like now is the time to say, I understand your pain, I want to comfort you, I think it's time we love each other. But the president took a different course. He said, I am the president of law and order, and he issued a heads up. He said, I'm ready to send in military troops if the nation's governors don't act to quell the violence that has rocked American city. As a matter of fact, he spoke of them as being jerks. You just don't do that, Mr. President. It isn't cool.
A 90-year-old telling a 73-year-old, it isn't cool. Okay, can you believe this? The pastiest of the pasty, talking to the tangerine man with the yellow hair. You're not cool. What was your first clue, Pat? No, it's just so unbelievable. So what you have is an effort to gaslight everybody. The evangelicals, the Pentecostals. I shouldn't say evangelicals because I got to tell you, my experience with the African American community, my experience with the Haitian American community, which is ongoing and healthy and loving. These are some of the most religious people I have ever met. My neighbor Hoyslin, there's not a day that I see him that he doesn't bless my little head, okay, and tell me how much God loves me. There's not a day. I don't think he's missed a Sunday in his whole life. So let's not say evangelicals, okay? Let's say Pentecostals. A certain breed. Think Trump is bringing the Lord's kingdom unto the earth, except that real Christians know that Jesus said that his kingdom is not on this earth. It's very sick, and it's very dangerous, and it's very authoritarian, and it's very dictatorial, and it's very, Nazi. It just is. So now they're putting out the story that there was no tear gas used. I just showed it. There was no tear gas used. And I see people, I don't know if they're people or bots or what they are, telling me this. You lie. You're a liar. There was no tear gas used. I had to look up the definition of tear gas. And the CDC says tear gas is a riot control agent, a chemical compound that temporarily makes people unable to function by causing irritation to the eyes, mouth, throat, lungs, and skin. To include smoke canisters, pepper balls, pepper sprays, mace, on and on. They're trying to gaslight all of us. And then they're trying to show you, bad kids. These are bad kids that are doing bad things who are taking advantage of a bad situation to steal, okay? To steal, do petty stealing. Take sneakers, take t-shirts, take shorts. I saw somebody stealing pillows from Target. Really? I saw a woman literally taking 2 lamps. And I thought, well, at least she's home improving. You know what I mean? At least she's thinking of her family. She's thinking of, the living room is dark. But the real looters, stealing from the Postal Service, taking $5 billion a year from them for a decade to stop them from, existing because they don't like vote by mail, or they want to privatize it, or they want to sell it to FedEx, or they want to sell it to UPS, or whatever it is. Putting our kids into student loans that they will never get out of, maybe until the day they die. Hearing from grown-ass nurses who are on the front lines of the COVID pandemic telling me, yeah, it's true. I'm a 60-year-old nurse, and I'm still paying off my student loan, which just blew my mind. That I never even knew until you guys shared that with me. It's crazy. You have a president of the United States who literally mandates that meat packers, gee, I wonder what race he was thinking of there, are ordered to work without the companies being responsible or liable for the health conditions when we know we have COVID outbreaks in meatpacking plants. Racist employers. Children being taken from asylum seekers. Asylum seekers. Betsy DeVos looting billions of dollars from public schools to give her for-profit buddies and religious education industries public school property tax paid for public school money. I mean, the stealing is just unbelievable. And now I think I see contractors on our streets which come at the expense of things like Medicare and food stamps and ag supports. Really? I cannot believe that people aren't, upset about that looting. It's so funny, but if a company comes in called, I don't know if it has like Capital or International in its name, that isn't looting. But if a kid throws a bicycle through a store window, oh, we got to call out the National Guard. People like us, small media companies, cable systems, internet service providers, we have been looted by corporate thugs. Media has become infotainment. Americans are dumbed down. The average American family now pays for television. Go figure. It was like the one great thing that was free. Want to watch TV? You're going to pay twice, sometimes 10 times as much for internet and cable and TV as people in other developed countries. Oh, you want health insurance too? Well, if you lose your job, you lose your health insurance because we made it something, a benefit of employment, which comes out of your salary. Oh no, America doesn't have a problem with looting. It has a problem with young black kids.